Hey guys, it's Megan from Lush to Blush. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Today's video is a Q&A. There's a really popular thing going around on Instagram where everyone was sharing 5 facts about themselves, so I thought it'd be fun to extend it to YouTube and open it up to see what people wanted to know, and this is what they asked. The first question comes from Live Love Blue. She wants to know, how long did it take you to learn to code? So if you don't know, I am a web designer in addition to being a blogger. I create websites for bloggers. I kind of started teaching myself how to code back in like the MySpace days, which I think we all kind of did that a little bit. And from there, I continued to teach myself more. When I got onto WordPress, I saw some things I wanted to change, and I didn't know anyone that could do it for me, so I just started Googling. So I'm self-taught from Google University. I started learning about 4 years ago, and I gradually got better and better from there. To learn the basics, it really took me about a year. And so after that, I was able to start helping friends out and kind of like growing. And then about a year and a half after I started learning, I started offering the services. The next question is from Wendy D. Wanders. She wants to know if I have a city guide for Atlanta. So, I don't really have one on my blog, but a perfect day for me in Atlanta would be to start off at a coffee shop. I love the coffee at Dancing Goats over at Ponce City Market. They have a really cool outdoor area where you can hang out and meet with people or whatever, and they have these 2 huge swings. And actually, I've been going there for a year and a half or whatever, and for the first time I finally got to sit on one of the swings the other day because it's usually crowded. So it was a very exciting moment for me, a lot of fun. I really like their chai lattes and their cold brew iced coffee. So for a perfect day after that, I would go shopping at Ponce City Market. There's so many awesome shops, a lot of locally owned ones. My personal favorite is South Moon Under. They have lots of great brands and a wide price range, so something for everyone. After that, I would get the best pizza in town, which is kind of over on the west side, Antico. So delish. A lot of movies are filmed here, and I know all the celebs love that spot. It's really cool because they have community seating and it's BYOB, and I always just like go in there and bust out a bottle of wine, and everyone's like, what is this girl doing? I'm like, that's right, make friends that way. So then the perfect place for dinner for me is Inman Park. I love all the restaurants there. Personal favorite's Barcelona. It's tapas style, so I don't really eat like a huge amount, but I like to taste everything, so it's perfect for me. And then if you head over across the street to Bar Taco, great place for drinks. If you want to really keep the party going, head over to the Den, which is under Beetle Cat. It's like kind of 70s vibes and really good drinks, great music, and so much fun to just end the night there. Okay, Alyssa Dalpiaz wants to know, when and how did you know you wanted to be an entrepreneur, and from your perspective, what are the biggest pros and cons? So I didn't really know I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Looking back, I always wanted it. I just didn't really know that I did. I started blogging full-time about 5 years ago. I was working at a corporate job in an office in marketing. I absolutely hated it. I lasted for 8 months and I was just completely overworked. They weren't paying me enough, so I asked for a raise and they said no, so I quit. And I was in between jobs looking for another job. Atlanta has a lot of opportunities. I was finding some stuff that seemed pretty interesting, but during that time I was able to focus on my blog more. So I was posting more frequently, staying consistent, and I was actually gaining more sponsorships. And I signed on with this agency at the time. They hooked me up with sponsorships, and I was like, you know what, I think I'm just gonna try this. I'm just gonna do this full time. This was back when not that many people did it full time, but I was just loving what I was doing, and so I figured I'd give it a shot. And ever since then, I've been doing it full time and absolutely loved it. I've always loved kind of being in control of my own life. I always hated it, like when teachers would tell me what to do, or I wasn't allowed to be absent, but yet I was making A's on all the tests, so why don't you just let me do what I want to do. I've always had problems with people telling me what to do, problems with authority, so I think I'm kind of made for this. Alright, the second part of the question is, what are the biggest pros and cons? For me, the biggest pros are definitely, like I said, no one telling me what to do. I love doing things my way. I feel like I know the best way, so that's the way I'm going to do it. I also love being in control of my own schedule, being flexible. I can work from anywhere, and I'm very passionate about traveling, so that's absolutely perfect for me. The biggest cons, I would say, are you have to be a self-starter, which isn't super hard for me, but I have no one sitting there telling me, like, be sure to put a blog post up, be sure to go schedule and take these photos. So it's kind of difficult whenever you're just at home, just being able to just chill and do whatever you want to do. And it's not very consistent. There's no stability at all. Of course, I don't have benefits or anything like that. I never know when my next check is coming or how much it's going to be for. I try not to worry about it because it usually works out. It's been fine so far, but that's the other thing with entrepreneurship. You don't have guaranteed money and you don't know how much it's going to be when it does come. Okay, Damek05 wants to know when I'm coming back to LA, and his name is Kim, wants to know when I'm going back to Paris. So, like I said, I'm a travel blogger. I love traveling. My sister lives in LA actually, so I'm usually there every couple months. I'll probably go back in February or March at least. I mean, I want to go there while it's still a little chilly here so I can be nice and warm there. And on that same note, I'm not down with Europe in the winter. It's freezing. So I'll probably wait until May to go to Paris again. May until September. Gotta squeeze it in. But I do love Paris, so I'll be there soon. Alright guys, those are all the questions I have today, but I would love to do another Q&A, so if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below or send me a DM on Instagram at Lush to Blush. So